Uh-huh. So hello, welcome back to Netflix Football on another podcast. So much time that we have done a podcast on this medium and full podcast, full tactical analysis is coming your way on Netflix Football. So the Super Classico, Brazil versus Argentina in the Copa America finals tonight or tomorrow morning, based on wherever you're living. I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna do the watch along. I'm gonna commentate for you. Absolutely amazing feeling. Let's welcome our two technical panelists tonight. We have wanted to have an Argentinian fan, but a Brazilian supporter decided to change until and unless he's joining. One is a very familiar face that you've seen all along, and another one is relatively new because the age of the game is so much widespread, is so much amazing. We have a youngster in our ranks. So do welcome them on the screen. So they are with us right now. So as you can see, Sushan is here supporting Brazil. Sushan, he's a 15-year-old guy from Nepal, so it's the first time that he's doing a podcast. And Rishi Raj, that double his age, obviously, maybe more, not less, based on appearance. Oh yeah, I'll start with Sushan. Sushan, uh, what does it feel to be such to support Brazil, especially the some a team has come down through generations after generations? How proud does it make you to be a Brazil supporter?
It feels very great. I mean, this team has carried a lot of history. And talking about the players, they have been great since the inception of this team. Players like Pele, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and now Neymar, they are carrying this team. I mean, in such a consistent way. And I would personally like Brazil to win tomorrow too. I mean, Argentina are strong contenders, but I mean, Brazil, and to see Brazil lifting the Copa America, I mean, it would be a great feeling.
Absolutely. Rishraj, you're a Brazil supporter by heart, but you'll be covering Argentina tonight because of the lack of the participants. I wanted Pradeep here, but he's having some technical issues. We'll wait if he can sort out the problem in between. So we'll have him. Until then, how has the Copa America been so far for Argentina? And also, how has probably is this redemption arc for Lionel Messi? Rishraj?
See, for Argentina, it's been a mixed Copa America. They have a good team, but they have not been playing up to everyone's expectations. And
Right.
everyone can basically see that and make that out. That it is an Argentina side that is struggling to be good, but somehow because being carried by Messi, they are becoming very good. So I would say that it is both the squads are equally balanced, and it is going to be a good fight between Argentina and Brazil. And for Messi, yes, it is definitely his redemption year because he's had an exceptional season with with FC Barcelona, and I think it's about time that he does good in the international circuit.
Right, and that trophy has always eluded him. And even as a Brazil fan, even as a Cristiano Ronaldo supporter, I would actually want that Leo Messi to retire with one international trophy in his cabinet, in his immense armory. But before that, let's go on to talk about a few Brazilians. I'll bring on Sushant at the moment. So as you can see, just a second. So as Sushant said very well, that Neymar is a character, a performer in this Brazil side. So, Sushan, how do you feel that Neymar, he is a captain, he missed out on the last segment. So, do you think that this is a chance for him as well? Because he was the finalist of the Champions League and he could not actually grasp it. So, to win a trophy, he's not won a trophy with Brazil. I think it's his first trophy as well, chance at a trophy as well. So, do you think that Neymar has what it takes to oust the likes of this strong Argentinian side?
Yes, obviously, and Neymar has got some good teammates, and with the help of the teammates, he can obviously get the trophy easily. But we cannot take Argentina so lightly. He needs to be earnest, he needs to be consistent, he needs to be regular. And without the support of teammates, it would be a bit difficult for Neymar to get his hands on the trophy.
Absolutely.
And as
More on. Yeah, go on.
and the team looks very great. Casemiro is very doing very good at the defense, and with the teammates, Neymar is obviously going to have a great chance. And if he utilizes those chance, it will be Brazil's day tomorrow.
Absolutely. Listeners, going over to you very quickly. Neymar for Paris Saint-Germain recently signed new contract. Although the fact that we saw how Coutinho played very well in the last Copas, where the final was again a Super Classico. Neymar has been very unlucky of sorts to Brazil. Even as a Brazilian supporter myself, he's been very unlucky. So, would you think that more for it's Messi's time, all right, but Neymar always in the shadow of Cristiano and Messi, even after leaving FC Barcelona. So, do you think that it is time for him? Because he's been very vocal about the Brazilian supporters are wanting Messi to win a trophy because of sympathy. He's blasted them. He's absolutely blasted them. So, do you think that this is as important to him as well as to Lionel Messi?
No, apparently not, because apparently, if you look at the way Brazil has been playing, they don't deserve to win the Copa America. Because if you remove Neymar from the equation, they practically have a team that doesn't know how to play football. They're as bad as you know any other school team or any para team from Kolkata. I'm sorry to say this, but it's the truth. And same with Argentina. If you remove Messi, you have the Argentine Timo Werner sitting there in the form of Lutro Martinez, who doesn't know how to finish a football into the net. So, like I said, Neymar still has age on his side. Messi doesn't. So it is basically because of this reason that they want that the Brazilian supporters want Messi to win. And after all, football is football. And after Maradona, the next biggest name to come from South American football is Lionel Messi. So regardless of whether the Brazilian fans like it, whether Brazilian players like it or not, for South America, after Maradona, it's Lionel Messi who's the next god.
Absolutely. And the fact go back to Sushan on this is that Lionel Messi, we've seen him dazzle and we've seen him do the greatest of things possible with a football at his feet. But with FC Barcelona, he's been hugely successful. Not so much for the national team, has he? And the fact that this he's gone to the final, he has been in World Cup finals, he's been in the Copa finals, and this team probably is average, not very weak, not very strong. And with the motivation, Sushant, that he has at the moment, would you expect them to win the title at this point of time? Finally, win a title at this point of time?
Messi has been doing great in every field. I mean, in every matches, and he has at least provided an assist or he has scored a goal in every matches. And with his performance like this, I think it will be a bit tough for the Brazilian team to just defend so easily. It won't be so easy. So I think if Messi gets enough support from his teammates from the overall game, during the overall game, they can have a very good chance to snatch the title from Brazil. But Brazilian team also is very good at the moment, and they look potential to defeat this Argentine side. But let's see what happens. It depends upon destiny too.
Absolutely. Destiny is a very important word. Go to Brishiraj on this. Credits to what Susan said that Argentina needs to turn up other than Leo Messi. Although he has had 4 goals and probably 2 assists at this moment to his name at this moment of time. Okay, we'll take a comment first. Copa final is like the championship playoff preferred to the Champions League. That's the Euros. That's a bold statement. I'll somewhat agree to this, of course. But let's talk about Leo Messi for the moment. The fact that this is named the Gambetta, Leo Messi, I'm referring him as the Gambetta show because Gambetta is, for those of you watching, Gambetta is a skill indigenous to Argentina where it means close control and fighting for your life. That kind of football we've seen from the past, like Maradona, we've seen from Gol, we've seen the likes of Juan Roman, Riquelme, and now Messi. This team doesn't look probably with that winning spirit until unless Messi pops up. This team looks very average. very, very average. Likewise, I'll agree with Rishi Raj now on his statement with Brazil. Without Neymar, with Fred, with Firmino, with Gabriel Jesus, who's clowning at the moment. Do you think Messi, at this moment of time, can inspire this entire nation and finally bring the drought to an end?
See, they can and they can't. It all depends on two players who hold the key to basically keep Argentina's confidence. One is their goalkeeper Emi Martinez, and second is Lionel Messi. The entire hopes of the hopes of the entire nation is basically on their shoulders. And if Messi flounders, that's fine. They still have the likes of Di Maria, who is what they call a who is a big game player, and he turns up at the right moments, and he has done so for Argentina previously as well. But they've never had a stable goalkeeper. Yes, I understand most of you will say Sergio Romero is good, but he's not as good as Emi Martinez. Emi Martinez currently is in the form of his life. So if Emi Martinez decides that I've had enough, I'm not conceding any goals, then then God save Brazil, then they will definitely not be able to score. If Emi Martinez decides I'm not conceding.
Emi Martinez, formerly of Arsenal, now Aston Villa at the moment. Okay, as I said, we'll talk about a few players. One being a United agenda. I'll go with Sushan on this. Is the fact that this gentleman, Fred, he is like he had. I understand the laughs. He had been bashed by United supporters and Premier League likewise. The fact, but he is there alongside Casemiro at the moment, and he is undoubtedly breaking up play. We know what he's capable of doing. He breaks up play. He makes those forward passes for people who are there. And people who distinguished him to be a defensive midfielder, let me tell you that he is not a defensive midfielder. He's a ball winning, probably a box to box kind of a player in the mold of a Kante, who's not a deep line playmaker, who's not a defensive midfielder. But Fred is doing his job. Do you think, Sushant, that Fred is important alongside Casemiro? With Casemiro, Fred's performance has improved leaps and bounds, considering how he plays alongside McTominay for Manchester United. Sushant?
Yeah, Fred has been doing exceptionally well when he's beside Casemiro, but I still believe that Fabinho can do better than him because we have seen his performances with Liverpool in the Premier League, and I also believe that Alisson will do better if he gets the chance instead of Ederson. But Tite has already declared that Ederson will be playing in the final tomorrow against Argentina. Fred has been doing good alongside Casemiro, but I still believe we can have a better replacement for him, and that's it.
Rishi Rajda, do you think
Hmm.
Fred is at the moment a linchpin in that midfield, and probably he is turning up with his skills and his skill set is being utilized properly by Brazil, contrary
Yes,
to what we've seen with Manchester United?
yes. Yeah, I was quite surprised with how Fred has been playing, considering he's had a shambolic season with Manchester United, and I had seen some fans also ready to go and throw eggs at his house where he was staying in Manchester. He was that bad. But considering the fact that he has Casemiro along, amongst, on his side, that really helps. But then again, Fred could become an even better midfielder. In a 4-3-3, if you slot in a Fabinho, who can also play alongside Fred and give Fred the freedom to play like he wants to play. Why you see, this is where I will quote Italy as an example. Look how Jorginho is doing, because Jorginho's work is being handled by Locatelli. So the same thing is Fred's work will be done mostly by Fabinho, and he can bring out the creativity in Fred.
Absolutely. Very well points made. Absolutely very well points made from both of you. Once again, if you're watching in the stream for the first time, do hit the like button and of course smash that subscribe button. The road, as you can see, to 1500 is just around 40 subscribers short. So do tune in and do ask your friends and family to subscribe as well. And also the fact that 1.5k would be an immense achievement for me. Also the fact another achievement for another young guy, Sushan, I'll go to you on this, is this young gentleman who is on the screen at the moment, Christian Romero. from Atlanta, where we have seen him as a very good ball playing defender, he has also been very pivotal for Argentina, making those tackles in midfield, harming up the play, giving the support. So, other than Lionel Messi, Emi Martinez, Sushant, as to what Rishi Rajda said, do you think he needs to be at the top of his game to stop the likes of Neymar, Gabriel Jesus, Richarlison, or Bobby Firmino?
He's a good defender, and that fact needs to be acknowledged. But
Hmm.
seeing the Argentine defense, I mean, it's not so good right now at the moment. But if he plays, he can make a great difference for the entire team, and Messi would have a great support from him. He has the potentiality to stop the Brazilian forwards, but if he gets enough support from his defender mates, he can obviously do great, and Argentina can have a good opportunity to snatch the title from Brazil tomorrow. But he will need a very nice support from his teammates. Otherwise, it looks very difficult for this guy single-handedly to stop the Brazilian forwards.
Right, absolutely. Richard, I'll go to you on this. Christian, you have been a very avid supporter of Gasparini's Atalanta side with the wonderful overlapping fullbacks that they've played. Christian Romero is a part of that setup, especially with the likes of Robin Gosens, with the likes of all Pessina, the like all of them having wonderful performances in this Euros. Do you think that Christian Romero is another stellar name to that Gasparini list, and we can finally see him clinch a trophy with other two of his mates, Pessina and probably I forgot the Italian playmaker other than him to lift the title probably both, and how much Atlanta has established themselves on the world map, being a provider of so many world class players at the moment.
See, um, Romero, the kind of form he's in, I would single-handedly ask, get him to stop Neymar. And like I said, you stop Neymar, Brazil is basically sunk. They cannot play. And like you said, Neil, that that Gabriel Jesus is like a clown in front of goal. And the man doesn't absolutely have no idea what he's doing. Firmino has had a horrendous season with Liverpool. He's lost his touch. So Christian Romero has the ability to command the defense, and that is what he's doing. Yeah, and like you said, you quoted about Gasparini's Atalanta. I've been a huge fan ever since Gasparini joined Atalanta. He's turned the fortunes around of the club, and I can tell you, as long as he's the manager and they can hold on to their players, at least for the next 2 or 3 seasons, you can see them pushing for the top two. And I can definitely tell you, Christian Romero and a few others are going to definitely be the main players to look out for Atlanta next season.
You're muted.
So sorry about that. Thanks for that, Sushant. The fact that Christian Romero has been subject to a bid from Manchester United, and the rumors are going there, 60 million odd bid from European clubs. I don't know what will be going on. But then again, time for the tactical analysis segment, the one that we've been all waiting for. So this is, I could not find proper Brazilian footage to actually analyze from. So what I have, Sushant, is the lineup. So I'll show you this. Just a second. Okay, it's up. I'll show you this. As you can see, this is the most used predicted lineup that will play in the final. So Ederson on goal, Marquinhos partnering Thiago Silva, Renan Lodi, Danilo, Casemiro, Everton, Ribeiro, Douglas Luiz, or Fred could be playing there. Neymar, Firmino, and Richarlison at the moment, altered between Gabriel Jesus also. Richarlison is an interesting pick at right wing. We've always seen him up top. We've always seen him left wing for Everton. But the fact that he is there providing the support alongside the likes of Casemiro, likes of Renan Lodi over there, the left side is where Brazil basically play. In those triangles, we saw how what's the name of the midfielder used to play for AC Milan? Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta has been scored a goal after a Neymar assist. A lot of sambas that we are seeing, samba moves, a lot of pirouettes, a lot of skills. So do you think this Brazilian lineup that we are seeing is best utilized when they're playing free-flowing attacking football, or they can having this European touch in them? are they adept to tactical ploys as well, having cutting off the half spaces, or because other than any other team, other than Argentina at the final, Sushant, they've not faced a very strong opposition, have they? This is the first test, I think, Sushant.
Yes, and talking about the goalkeeper, Ederson is great. He's been doing great since he joined Man City, and Ellison, his replacement, can be a great choice too for Liverpool. And the defensive lineup looks exceptionally well. Thiago Silva and Marquinhos can handle the thing, I believe. And the midfield, Casemiro is there, and he can do the defensive thing there. And Lucas Paqueta, if he gets to play, he will do a great support for Neymar and the boys. And the front three has been good. Neymar and Richarlison, they have been in form when they get to play. And I don't trust Firmino, either Firmino or Gabriel Jesus. So it's in the hand of Neymar and Richarlison to
Yep.
just handle the front three. And I think it will be a good lineup. And we need to consider the Argentine lineup too, and the substitutes will also play a vital role in enhancing our gameplay tomorrow against Argentina.
Absolutely. DC Rajana, are you content with this? What Sushant said, that you said that you stop Neymar, you stop the entire Brazilian attack. But the likes of Richarlison, probably Firmino, who is a big game player, do you think they'll have this in mind that you stop Neymar, but there are other outlets as well? Brazil and Tite, would would they likely to be
See, I'll
establishing
tell
that to
you
the world
again.
football?
Yeah, I'll tell you that again. Tite is not a big game manager. He's failed time and again with his tactics, the same way Lionel Scaloni has. So, like this lineup is wrong on a lot of fronts. Think about it. When you have a quality player in the form of Fabinho, he doesn't sit on the bench. He starts. Everton is not a central midfielder. Everton needs to start as a cam. But slot in, you know, you slot in Fabinho along with Douglas Luiz and Casemiro. You watch the fun. You swap. You start Firmino. Well, in this case, they don't have a right winger. So probably the why they should have picked Willian and not anyone else. If you had put in Willian on the right and Neymar on the left, along with Richarlison in the center, I think they would have had a much better output than what they are having. And considering the fact that they were tested when they almost lost to Peru, they just won 1-0. They scraped through. They were like, Richarlison is going to score five past Peru, Neymar is going to make them dance, etc. Nothing of that sort happened. I mean, Peru just took the test of Brazil, and they just managed to scrape through with a 1-0 win. And
Goodness,
considering
that
the
that
fact
is.
that yeah, and considering the fact that they have, you know, probably one of the best back four in the game. You have Renan Lodi, you have Marquinhos, you have Thiago Silva, and you have Danilo. They basically you can a few of the best players in the business.
Absolutely. To have a look at the Argentine predict 11 at the moment, Emi Martinez as solid as ever, Christian Romero, Pesalia, Tagliafico, and Montiel in defense, Leandro Paredes, Rodrigo De Paul, and Giovanni Lo Celso in midfield, with Leo Messi playing his favored right wing or false nine kind of role. Lautaro Martinez, I don't know what's happened with him. Di Maria, still an injury doubt at the moment. Probably will maybe Aguero could start up top with Lautaro dropping as a left winger, or maybe even a change of shape with the diamond with Aguero and Lautaro up top. Sushant, do you think that they'll go with a 4-3-3 like Brazil, or they would stick with probably a diamond in midfield as well? What are your thoughts on this Argentinian predicted lineup?
They can go with this lineup. It looks average, but I mean they can cause a lot of destruction if they play with a nice mentality. Martinez, after the match against Colombia, I mean he has been exceptional. We have seen his talent, and he has been a great threat to Brazil now. The defense, it is not so trustworthy right now. There needs some certain and optimistic changes just to ensure that Brazil forwards won't get through so easily. The midfield looks okay, it's average, and I think that would do the job easily. The front three, nothing to talk about it. Messi is there, he's gonna handle everything, his assists, his goals. It will be a great help to Argentina if they perform nicely, and Brazil can just lose the title if Messi and the other players go well. Martinez is a great keeper. He has shown his class, and if he performs well, if he remains consistent throughout the game, I mean, Brazil can just lose. I mean, it's gonna be a interesting match, and the winner. I mean, the match is gonna be great regardless of the winner, and we will just see now.
Absolutely. Contrary to the fact, Riziraj, we saw in the last final how Dani Alves actually ran through the Argentine midfield last time when he scored that or assisted for that goal. That will take a few comments. Christian Romero is injured and Guido will replace Paredes. So these are interesting stuff because
Yes.
I have not been following
And you
Copa
know, one
America.
other thing, sorry to interrupt you there. You
Mhm.
know, when he has the likes of Dybala and Correa, why the fuck are they not in the team? I'm sorry for the bad language, but they are supposed to be in the team, especially Paulo Dybala. When Lautaro Martinez is not playing, he needs to put in an extra striker, probably to support him there. You see, like everyone is saying, I have said it before. Timo Werner, Lautaro Martinez, these are not one single striker players. They are dual striker players. Why is Lautaro Martinez succeeding? Because he's got Lukaku to support him at Inter. Why did Werner become successful? Because he had Yusuf Paulson sitting there and to unlock his potential abilities.
So
So
basically,
I
you
would
say Lautaro Martinez is a player that plays off more of a support striker than a centre forward.
that's why putting in Aguero could just unlock the beast that we know in Lautaro Martinez. You never know. And considering the fact that the best Argentine defender of all time is not even in the starting lineup, that's a shame. And that is Nicolas Otamendi.
He's not even in the squad. Neither is Marcos
Imagine
Rojo.
that man could have they could have used the experience.
No, but Richard, I'm asking is we play a midfield of Lo Celso and Rodrigo De Paul and Paredes. None of them are clean tacklers. Paredes, not I won't say him to be a proper ball winner over there, but with Fred, with Casemiro, with probably Lucas Paqueta, do you think they have a chance again of running over this Argentine midfield, especially
See,
and boxing them in?
where Argentina is losing the battle, that is in the midfield. Like I
It's
again,
too
like
much
I
attack
said,
minded.
it is too much attack minded. So like I said, they could have probably used the three at the back, which would have suited them better. Like Ayush KR has said that Argentina has the best attack in South America, and it is definitely true. But their defense is atrocious. That's where Emi Martinez comes into the picture. And considering the fact that Guido will start over Christian Romero is just a nightmare to watch. It's basically Tagliafico is going to try to stop Richarlison or Neymar, who are going to be swapping positions. But if Di Maria doesn't start with then like you said, it's probably going to be Aguero who will get the shout. And I think he should have gone for experience and taken in Nicolas Otamendi in the whole thing, and probably played three at the back with Otamendi providing the vital link in what they are missing.
Right. Absolutely. With that fact, I'll say that Brazil also have not looked very well because whenever they've been subjected to a counter attack, they somehow lose the plot. They somehow actually think that what is happening over here. And Argentina, likewise, have not faced a possession based team that Brazil would likely to be employing because Fred, Casemiro, and your Lucas Paqueta or Douglas Luiz, whoever plays, is much, much superior to Lo Celso and Rodrigo De Paul, who are number 10s playing as number 8s, very honestly. So I think they'll probably they'll sit deep, they'll close down the half spaces where Neymar and where Richarlison love to employ. We'll see a lot of them dropping deep, Firmino or Gabriel Jesus dropping deep, swapping positions like you all very well mentioned. But then again, the victory should be gone to the Gladiators, not essentially to the ones in Rome. We'll have the Euro podcast later. Okay, and he says after watching most of the matches, I think Guido Rodriguez will start in place of Paredes. Gonzalez to Di Maria and Otamendi because Romero is injured. Otamendi is in the squad. I had no idea. Okay,
Yes,
so
Otamendi
Otamendi
is in
is
the squad. That's what I'm saying. That it's quite a surprise that Argentina's best center back over the years is not getting a shout. And if Otamendi starts, then probably that'll neutralize all their midfield errors that they are going to make. And Guido Rodriguez in place of Leonardo Paredes there. That's your tackler right there.
right. Even the likes of Papu Gomez is there, which whom we are overlooking, has started ahead.
Unfortunately, if he wants to play a good team, he can put Papu Gomez on the left if Di Maria is injured, and he's
Right.
equally good on the left. He's equally good as an attacking midfielder.
He's very good. Another one of the Atlanta products, but then again, that did not pan out. Sushant and Visirajda, will before you leave us, I'd like to ask you your predictions and whom do you think is gonna lift the Copa America? I'll start with Sushant.
It is gonna be Brazil for me. I mean, regardless of the lineup, I would always support Brazil, and my prediction
Right.
is gonna be 3-1 to Brazil.
3-1. That's a bold one. Visirajda, you accept the 3-1 even as a Brazil fan. Do you accept the 3-1
No, it's going to
scoreline?
be one.
That
It's going to be 1-1, and the game is going to be decided on penalties, with Messi missing the ultimate penalty.
shit. All the Messi fans in the chat will probably hit the unsubscribe button at the moment.
See, I'm not a Messi fan. I'm not a Ronaldo fan. It's because a Brazilian footballer who made me start liking football, and that is Ricardo Kaká. But I am never going to say that this Brazil side is going to win. They can win. It's going to be a close competition, like I said again, and I say it's going to be 1-1 till full time, and it's going to go into penalties where anything can happen, and 90% the pressure is going to get to Messi again.
3-1 is a bold one. Deepak asks who is Papu Gomez. He's Alejandro Gomez from Atalanta, formerly of Atalanta, now of Sevilla. Tore up the Champions League, tore up Juventus probably numerous times. So probably doesn't recognize the nickname. So Alejandro Gomez is the one. 3-1 bold score says Ayush. Even I don't know. Anyways, thank you, Sushant. Thank you, Rishi Razda, for joining in. Also, I'll be commentating.
Once again, I will say one thing. Tite has made a big mistake by not choosing Willian in the Brazil squad.
Plays for Arsenal. I don't know if he'll be in the Arsenal segment this season. Also reminding you that there will be a watch along from 5 a.m. IST. I'll not sleep tonight. I will be awake getting those sets ready. And also, do you think you would want to join in because the commentary is horrendous? So you would like to have Neil commentating for you? I'll be doing that as well. So Sushant and Rishi Rasta, do join in on the watch along from 5 a.m. Will be on this channel itself. I'll be putting on the links. I'll be commentating on the entire game. We'll bring you all the tactical analysis stuff. We'll bring you all the pre-match coverage. Coverage starts half an hour before. So make sure to have your coffees ready. Make sure to have your crisps ready because Super Classico is something you do not miss. Thanks, Sushant. Thanks, Rishi Rajda, for joining in.
Yeah.
Let's hope for a very, very good match. A classic, remember. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sushant.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye. So that was Sushant and Rishi Rajda for the Brazilian pact. But then again, this should be an emphatic battle. Messi versus Neymar, both out there to clinch their first international title. Remember the last Copa America that Brazil won was a sight without Neymar. So him as a captain has been unlucky for all Brazilian fans, including me. So let's see what happens. But again, do hit the like and the subscribe button on the channel, aiming for 1500 subscribers. Aiming to hit that as soon as possible. With that, do not forget to join in the watch along. The posters will be up and about. The links will be up and about in just a bit. Have dinner, then it's an all-nighter. We'll see you at 5 a.m. sharp. Do not forget to join in with that. This is your boy Neil, getting ready for a sleepless night. Join in at 5 a.m. on the Brazil versus Argentina Super Classico watch along. Bye bye for now.